Welcome back. Episode 356, Nitty Gritty Sports Talk Radio Show. I go by the name of Roscoe English, and of course, I'm here with the flock. Got my guy Keys with me.
What's going on? How y'all feeling out there?
I got my man Adley Rushman to my left. What's going on, Nick?
What up?
And of course, last but not least, I got Gunnar Henderson up to my upper left.
Yo, shout out to Elias, man. Executive of the year.
Keith, yeah, what's going on?
Open up with baseball, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Can we get the Baltimore drops go? We got some baseball to talk.
Oh my goodness.
On a day like this,
Right.
on a day like this.
Let me holler at you, y'all in Baltimore. Yeah.
Brother Keys, before we get started, of course, I see a beautiful waterfront. Where we at?
Yeah, I had to get out the city after yesterday, but
Sean ran you out the city.
I'm in Toledo, Ohio. That's where John Harbaugh need to go back to.
Wow.
Oh, you pulled the
He's
kid
first
in.
time out the state.
Nick,
It's a beautiful city. Why not just go back home? Why not just
And
go
then
back
he
home?
went. That's wild. That's crazy. Harbaugh from Ohio?
Yeah, Toledo, Ohio.
That's crazy.
Why not go back home? Just go back. Look at the city. Look at the backdrop. Beautiful. Take your ass back home.
Shit looks impressive.
Oh my goodness, man. Oh goodness.
So I'm gonna start with the winner circle. None of these three know anything about this week. Pittsburgh barely defeated the Green Bay Packers 23-19.
Jalen Warren.
Look at Jalen Warren. Kenny Pickett completed 14 passes for 126 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions, just that. Jordan Love, 21 completions, 289 yards, 2 touchdowns, one that you just seen right there, and 2 interceptions. I mean, to start off, Broderick Jones, you must be a mind reader. You said you wanted 200 yards. Big brother, we gave it to you. We got 200 yards on the ground. It was a point in time in the second and third quarter where they kind of controlled the run game. But we did whatever we want in the run game. Jalen Warren got his first 100-yard game. Najee added 82 yards. And we needed that. We couldn't do anything in the pass game. And look, y'all know, I know, but it's getting really evident that this game is too fast for Kenny. It's moving too quick for Kenny. He's not processing. He's one read and throw. Should have had 2 interceptions yesterday. It's getting to the point where I don't want to say it's not sustainable. Shit, we 6-3. But what I will say is that when we get to the upper echelon teams that any given Sunday can put up 30 points, we're going to struggle because we can't do anything in the pass game. Yeah, 200 yards is nice. I like that. But I would like that 200 yards plus. I'm not even going to be greedy. 225 yards in the pass game? 126 is just not enough. It's not enough. He's not reading the field. I mean, it was clean pockets yesterday. It was clean pockets. Like the line.
My fault. What was his stats?
14 for 126.
14 out of what? How many?
26.
Oh, 14 to 26 for 126?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah. That's high school shit. That's a high school quarterback that's leaning on the run game.
I don't know if that's high school scope. We went to Owens Mills last week. He threw for about 225.
Well, they undefeated. They undefeated. Shout out to what are they? The Golden Eagles. Shout out to them. But
they got the skills to pay the bills.
it's I told Nick yesterday in the chat, the handful of plays that he gives us that are positive are not enough when you got Cleveland, Bengals. Then we get some easier teams that might work against. I can't even say Cardinals now. Kyler looks good. We'll talk about him later. And then, yeah, I know we got some kind of crazy voodoo against y'all, but I'm not comfortable going into that game saying, yo, if Kenny gives us 126, we'll win that game. Like, nah, it's crazy. But salute to the run game. Salute to Broderick Jones. I haven't seen an impact of one player just being inserted into the line and the run game just flourishes. Told y'all last week, a lot of the runs that we against Tennessee were behind him. This week was the same. I'm not going to be blasphemous and say that he is Trent Williams, but he has a Trent Williams skill set with the way he can pull with his athleticism and his power, and he's raw. So I see your face. I see your face.
I ain't saying nothing.
No, I know. I just see your face. Not now.
You said Trent.
I know, and I know that name will, be like, whoa, wait, but
he always compare his players.
No.
Hall of Fame
but
shit.
Calvin Johnson,
yeah,
Trent
Williams.
Yeah,
you always do that. You always do that shit.
I don't know who Chase Claypool is, but this time I'm serious. I'm serious with this one. To the defensive side, it was a letdown because it was a game that the pass rush had to get to Jordan Love because we are just banged up in the secondary. It's miscommunications all over the place. It's guys we got to play zone because outside of Joey Porter, we can't go man. So you got to play zone. And if the communication in zone is terrible, you get Jordan Love passing for almost 300 yards. I mean, these guys were wide open all game. I know y'all seen the highlights. Yo, these dudes were wide the fuck open all game, partly because Jordan Love was clean. He got one sack, and then Alex Highsmith got a key pressure on the last drive. But other than that, it was nothing. Which leads you to have these guys coming off the practice squad, having to know where to be in the zone, and you don't have Minka to line them up. So it's bad. We lost another key linebacker, Quan Alexander, to Achilles.
He tore it?
Tore it.
Damn. I
Tore
know that. Golly.
So that's Cole Holcomb, green dot coverage linebacker, back-to-back weeks. Our other coverage linebacker, he's done. You got a Landon Roberts, who's a run stopper, trying to cover tight ends.
It's gonna be tough for y'all defensively going forward, man.
Oh my God, yo, we got David Njoku coming next week. What?
That's the Black Panther right there, man. Goodness.
Jesus Christ! Now Cincinnati doesn't use
player. That's what he is, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Now Cincinnati, they don't really use their tight ends a lot, but then after y'all got Mark Andrews, so I mean it's going to get tricky if that pass rush is going to have to be dominant every single week. That's a lot to ask, but it's going to have to be dominant every single week because if not, we're going to get torched. We just don't have the bodies. Pat P gave us a good game finally, but you got Levi Wallace out there. He don't look like an NFL cornerback right now. He don't. But with all of that said, we did get a win. It was a hard attack win against those guys, but hey, I'll take it. I'll definitely take
all
it.
y'all wins. I mean, all y'all wins.
Every single one.
It don't matter.
Every single one. Matter of fact, another shout out to Pat
against basement teams though.
But we not in the basement though.
Because you have beaten them up.
You win the games you supposed you win the games you supposed to win.
There you go. Somebody print that out. Post it.
You win the games you supposed to win. Put that in the castle.
Or winning games that you lead in, that at home. Those type of games.
Yo, do you know how I would feel? You know how I would feel if we had a double-digit lead in any of these fucking games and y'all just be giving them away like y'all don't care. It's ridiculous.
If Tomlin had two over the last couple of years, if Tomlin had the same lead as John Ball had, Tomlin would have another Super Bowl because they would have locked up home field advantage. They would have locked up 2 home field games in the playoffs, and they would have won a Super Bowl. I guarantee it. They wouldn't be 7-3. I guarantee you that if they had the same type of if they
roster construction that y'all had,
they wouldn't be
11-0 score.
They wouldn't be 7-3.
Even that defense and that offense, it was still Randy Fittner doing this same shit. And I'm not gonna blame Matt Canada. A lot of the calls yesterday was a little confusing, but man, Kenny
he took steps back after the last game. Matt Canada took a couple steps.
Yeah, he definitely took a step back, but a lot of this is just Kenny being scared. He's scared to make a mistake.
I mean, he's not the guy.
Let the shit. Well, if you're not the guy, just let the shit fly. Fuck it.
And he's letting it fly. He's gonna throw a lot of. He's just not the guy.
That's what it is, though. He's because when he first came in, he was letting it fly. Too goddamn much in the coverage, and he threw all those interceptions. And I think that's in his head now. He don't want to make a mistake, dog. You're a quarterback. You're going to throw interceptions, dog. You're going to.
They might be telling them don't risk it because the defense is going to hold up and win the game for you.
Watching that game yesterday, a lot of me was like, "Yo, did they put the handcuffs on? Like they don't trust this nigga. They don't trust this nigga."
I mean, would you? At this point?
I mean, no, but it's to the detriment of the offense because it's so predictable. You don't use the middle of the field because we don't have tight ends. So everything is on the sidelines, and the defenses know that shit. The defenses know that every pass to Deontay on the sideline is contested. Every pass to George on the sideline is contested. Why? That's what we do. That's what we do. And yo, you get 200 yards on the ground and you can't play action? Why is that? That should be the perfect recipe to just play action your head off. But hey, man, I'm tired. I'm not even gonna say, what's the Steelers? They let Matt Canada play out his coach's contract. Kenny is playing out this contract. So I'll hope for another quarterback in 2 years. But he giving me.
You kept winning games. You don't gotta change them. That's the only. Even as bad as you're playing, you're 6-3. You don't gotta change the quarterback right now.
I'm about to say,
if the losses start piling up, it might be a little different story. But 6-3, Tomlin, he cool. He cool with the 14 for 26.
You know how he started his press conference yesterday? Well, that was easy. Like he's buying into this shit now. I'm about to say something blasphemous.
It's good for this season. It's good for this season.
For right now.
Yeah,
y'all have to have a long-term view because these players that are good on your team, the TJ Watts, the Highsmiths, the cornerstone players, soon to be Joey Porters, they're gonna have a window, man, and you don't want to waste the window not trying to go after the ceiling. I mean, yeah, bro, narrowly beating the Packers is great. And I'm not trying to be facetious, but we know what it is. We know what it is. And it's like Kenny Pickett to get when you see somebody like Kyler or I'm just thinking of type of quarterbacks that possibly could be available. You're looking at middle round, first round pick. Who knows what quarterbacks might be available? Who knows how aggressive you might be in trying to get one? But if you could get a guy. These close losses aren't close. I mean, these close wins aren't close. You're dominating these type of teams because, like you said, I mean, your defense, it steps up to the occasion when it needs to. You know what I mean? When it gets in that fourth quarter, when it gets in those tight make or break moments, you guys rarely break.
I'm about to say something so blasphemous right now. Kenny is giving me Tim Tebow vibes right now.
He's
not good. I'm sorry.
It's just the easy throws. I mean, you can make, like I said, every week we come in here talk. You say like, oh, look at the throw that he made on the sideline. If we got to talk about one throw every week he made, he sucks. And that's what we come in here and do. We talk about one good throw. We talk
handful. Handful of plays. It's a handful of plays where it's like, all right, I see it, but it's not enough where you say, all right, I'm comfortable. I say Tim Tebow because he is winning. He's not as bad as Tim Tebow, but he's giving me Tim Tebow vibes because we keep winning in spite of him. So I'm gonna take the win.
It might be some tough luck the next couple weeks, though.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the win, but it's getting spooky. It's definitely getting spooky.
Good win, though, man. I mean, guys did what you had to do, regardless of how it looked.
I thought y'all was winning 2019 after the missed spectrum. I was like, this is how they win games, yo. I did not think y'all was going by more than 1 point. It was
I know.
Shit was crazy.
It was wild. But
did the Jordan Love aspect scare you a little bit, or you just blaming it's the injury?
Nah. Injuries and just the pass rush. It was an off week for the pass rush. It was off week for the pass. I mean, shit. Against the Titans, we got the Will Levis fucking 17 times.
I mean, it's a rookie though, right?
Like shit, he's a rookie. He's a rookie. And all intents and purposes, he's a rookie. But
I mean, a rookie that got to sit for 3 years, and chill and learn. But yeah,
I don't think he learned that much. But yesterday, he's good enough to say, "Yo, this dude's wide open. Let me throw it to him."
No, this is why they put up with Aaron shit. This is 100% why.
You see? You feel me? You feel me?
They watch practice. They was like, it's a difference. It's a difference.
Big difference.
We go win, man.
These niggas.
I cried laughing when I don't know who these niggas are.
Like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
Cleveland went into that beautiful stadium that's sitting behind Gunner PJ and won 33-31. Massage Envy. Deshaun Watson, 20 completions, 213 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Brother Lamar Jackson, 13 completions, 233, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
Yeah, man.
This game started out spooky.
I mean, it started off the same way it started in Pittsburgh. And at the end of the day, the same way. I mean, the Browns game started off in Pittsburgh. I think y'all know what I meant. But at the end of the day, you up 14-0. Like you said, you up 24-9. You have 31-16. All you up 2 scores pretty much the whole entire game. You come into the game, you can put 15 minutes back on the clock the first quarter. You come into the game up 7-0 after the Kyle Hamilton thing. And to lose that game, I can see if you're on a roll, whatever. Even if you're on a roll, you shouldn't lose. But to lose that game at home is the same story. It's been happening for 2 years, 2.5 years now. It's the same story under John Harbaugh. Look, the same thing happened in Pittsburgh. You recover the Cole fumble. You don't do nothing. Like it's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. You had thousands of opportunities to put this game away. You didn't. So I'll let Keith and Nick talk about the players and I'm strictly talking about the coaching. And I'm talking about Todd Monken. I'm talking about
God.
I'm talking about Mike McDonald. I'm talking about in the extension of John Harbaugh. The game plan on the game plan on either side of the ball wasn't good. I don't get the last 2 weeks you rushed Geno Smith, or you rushed not the last 2 weeks, but you rushed Jared Goff, you rushed Geno Smith, and then you sit back and you play zone all day in the second half against Deshaun Watson. You let him get out the pocket. You're not tackling fundamentals. It's just a bad loss, and I think it comes down to coaching. And we always talk about it. Coaching is more about X's and O's. Is more than X and O's. Because if it was about X and O's, John Harbaugh would have been gone. So it's about knowing your personnel. It's about having a feel for the game, and he doesn't have any of that. There's no reason why your players that's producing are not on the field. There's no reason why you're not calling timeouts, rushing a field goal, trying to get a field goal snap done with 2 seconds left instead of taking a timeout and getting huddling up and getting together. It comes down to coaching. Your quarterback take a big hit, you coming up the next play after that, you throwing the ball. You up a score, you got the ball, you driving, you winning, and you letting your quarterback throw the ball instead of running the ball. It comes down to what personnel are you putting on the field. The head coach is responsible for who plays, right? What packages are put out. That's the head coach job. Who's active, who's inactive, who's in this field, who's playing, who's starting, who's not starting, who's first backup. That's a coach. And John Harbaugh is not good enough. Like I said, I think I said 2 weeks ago, I've been saying it for years. They reached that peak. When you keep continuing to lose the games the same way you're losing the games, it's coaching. There's no reason why you should be blowing 2 touchdown leads at home. There's no reason, especially against a quarterback that completed 2 passes in the first half. Like that, like why? What are you doing?
So loving this shit.
Exactly. So it's
he like preaching. He like
that
preaching.
man was like 0 for his first 9.
That's what I'm saying. It was 0 for 9 with 19 yards in a pick 6 at that. And it's like, and it's getting ridiculous because, like I said, you're not putting your team in the right position to win. Granted, they made mistakes, but what type of defense are you playing that you letting the quarterback go 14-14 in the second half? There was no pressure on them. Like they sat back, the middle field was wide open all day. It took advantage of the middle field every day. It's like you're not gonna make them throw outside the numbers. You're not gonna finish your sacks. It's coaching. You like I said, the Browns went in the halftime. They made adjustments to get him, to get him to start playing well. And John Harbaugh would come on, just keep up the work, guys. Keep on. Let's go. It's not good enough no more. It's not. And it's sad that you look at we see all graphics where the Ravens only trailed for 28 minutes. Any other team that trailed that or close to that, there you go. Any other team that trailed that, they 10-0. Any other team, who the Ravens 7-3. It's the same stat that we had last year where the Ravens had like 4. There we go. That's the stat. That's what I was looking for. That's ridiculous. If you see that graphic and you don't want a new head coach, then you something's going on. It's something.
Let me interrupt you real quick. Speaking of your head coach, he had something to say about this game.
The kind of winning football that we need to play to win a game like that. Different situations, all 3 phases, and the coaching staff. So you got to put it behind us. It's a long season in the NFL. You have games like this. You do lose games like this in this league, and we've got to bounce back and play our best football on Thursday night. What questions you have?
It's the same bullshit.
You don't have games like this.
It's the same bullshit. And and this is the last thing I'm gonna say about because I'm interested to see what with Nick break down the game. It's the same bullshit every week. And you give coaches like I said, you give Tomlin a 2 touchdown lead in the fourth quarter at home, they're not losing that game. You give Pete Carroll a 2 touchdown lead at home in the fourth quarter, they're not losing that game. You give Andy Reid a 2 touchdown lead in the fourth quarter, you give Sirianni the same. I can go down the list of coaches. The only coach that's blowing that shit lately has been John Harbaugh. That's it. We've been since the Miami game. We've been talking about the same shit for 3 years, 2 years. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, and it's stale. It's stale. There's no reason. It's literally no reason why the Baltimore Ravens shouldn't be 10-0, and it's because of the coach. It's because of the coaching.
I don't even know where to begin. I mean, pretty much echo your sentiments about the bigger problem at hand. The bigger problem at hand is not being able to close games. You kind of felt, it in the win yesterday, momentum shift. And with us, when momentum shifts, it's obvious. Like it's not slight, it's not moderate. Like when you see it and feel it in the game, it just snowballs. It continues and continues to build. I mean, Keys mentioned the time spent trailing this season. That's ridiculous. Like we're talking about the Chiefs and the Eagles coming in at 80 minutes, right? And 84 minutes. And we're talking about the Ravens at 28. Those teams are, as far as record wise, are sitting much better than we are. We're looking at the Chiefs as far as home field advantage right now. That should be our spot. We're not talking about losing to teams like the Chiefs or the Bills or the Dolphins or, what have you. The Texans, you got to include them. The Bengals, like we beat the Bengals earlier. I mean, we're talking about losing to, the Colts. Kenny Pickett, no disrespect, but I just put us over a team like the Packers. No disrespect. And the Cleveland Browns, we beat them. What was the score? I mean, obviously Deshaun Watson didn't start, but Deshaun Watson hasn't been Houston Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson has been someone who's trying to reclaim that magic and, with 14 straight completions in the second half, going 14 for 14. Why are we letting him reclaim that on us? You know what I mean? Like the Browns trailed the Ravens 40 seconds into the game and did not lead until the game-winning field goal as time expired. So trailing the game for 59 minutes and 20 seconds, and you allow that team to beat you with time expiring. You look at the last drive, 2nd and 17, right? Last drive, 2nd and 17. You allow a 15-yard catch to Amari Cooper. Playing soft zone all game long, allowing the middle of the field to be open all game long. Tackling was atrocious. I mean, we saw Njoku, we saw Jerome Ford, like no disrespect, somebody named Jerome. First name Jerome should not be carrying our whole entire team like that. That's not Adrian Peterson, Jamal Lewis, Walter Payton. That's Jerome Ford. That's the backup to Nick Chubb. That's not even Nick Chubb. It's not even Kareem Hunt. Like, why? Like, these are the things that are perplexing to me because, it wasn't just that drive with the careless tackling. We have Marcus Williams playing, no disrespect, but if your shoulder's hurting, and we have somebody named Geno Stone who's been literally balling, almost had another interception yesterday. We don't need you to be playing with one arm. I don't understand, why we're trying to force this right now. Yes, Kyle Hamilton is versatile enough to play nickel. He played nickel all last year. You know what I mean? Yes, he's versatile to move from safety and move down from strong safety and come down closer to the line and guard in that nickel position. But it's not necessary when the defense was gelling. The defense had good communication. Harbaugh's talking about miscommunications in the zones from the safeties yesterday. Well, I wonder why you changed up the rotation. It's not necessary. You know what I mean? Let Marcus get healthy if we're going to do that. Because this is getting ridiculous. Ravens win probability peaked at 96.7 when leading 31-17 yesterday in the fourth quarter. And we've had at least an 85% win probability in our 3 losses. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Like 85%, it wasn't 85% at least for no reason. I mean, we're getting close to the finish line. We're close to walking through that door. And that's the thing that angers me about the Ravens. Every time it seems like we're about to take that final step into, hey, we're the elite class of the NFL. We are legitimate contenders. The playoffs will have to go through us. Once we get to that door, we never walk through it. Something always sets us back, whether it's an injury, whether it's a bonehead loss like this. And then, to hear Harbaugh say things like, looking back on it, Keaton Mitchell probably should have gotten the ball more.
He was killing them. They had no answer for him.
He had a 39-yard run touchdown, didn't he?
Yeah, and a screen
in the first quarter. I think it was his first touch.
Yeah, and he had 2 after that.
He had 3 touches.
Right.
Three carries. I think he had a couple catches.
A couple.
But,
okay.
But I mean, come on, man. That
should have been a feature back though. After that, he's the feature back for the rest of the game. At least for that game.
3 catches. So. 3 carries for 34 yards.
It's utterly ridiculous. Gus Edwards, I love Gus Edwards, but he should be the red zone and hammer, right? Mm-hmm. So when we're in the 20s, within the 20 in the red zone, Cool. Give him all the carries he can handle in there. Goal line scenarios, third and short possibly. Cool. Because he's only averaging about 2 yards a carry the last couple of games. Yes, he's been hammering in for touchdowns. Yes, he's been successful in the red zone, but that should be his role. Keaton Mitchell should be, 20 to 20. He should be within the 20s. You know what I mean? Because he provides us a spark. And that play he scored on, if you look at it, the fact that he scored on that play where he got out to that outside really quickly. I mean, a lot of running backs ain't doing that.
He turned nothing into something. He left Delpit in that whole loss.
And that's momentum too, right? Like him eating, the whole team would feed off of that. Just like when Odell caught his touchdown, the whole team kind of was feeding off that. But then it goes to, back to defense, playing soft. You mentioned Watson not being able to contain him. That was the game plan. Harbaugh mentioned the game plan was and Matabuki mentioned the game plan was to keep Watson contained in the pocket.
Why? When has he showed? Like, I don't understand. They rush 4 all day. What's the point of rushing 4 all day? You would literally want to bring extra people to speed him up to get the ball out of his hands. I don't understand. Because rushing 4 is not going to keep him contained in the pocket. Because if them 4 don't get home or they lose contain, they lose that. He's out the pocket all day in the second half. And that was, like you said, that was the game. It comes down to coaching. It comes down to them walking in and saying, this the game plan. John Harbaugh saying, okay, any real coach would have said, that's not going to work. Like, that's not going to work.
Minka was on the sidelines yesterday like, yo, what the fuck did you just call? Hell no.
I'm about to pass it to Keith, but I mean, listen, that's the 7th loss. So. That's the 7th loss after leading in the 4th quarter since the start of last season, which ties the Colts. The Colts just selected Anthony Richardson, towards the top of the draft board. So being synonymous with the Colts is kind of crazy right now. And finally, man, we in must-win territory Thursday. Because we didn't finish our our plate. We threw away, we wasted mommy's money and shit. You know what I mean? And now you can't lose 2 division games at home. You just can't.
Well, he really got to be fired, right? Or you lose the back-to-back games at home.
The schedule isn't forgiving. We don't got the package to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got some hitters coming up, and we're on the road. We got to have a West Coast trip. We got to go to Jacksonville. Hopefully, we see that version of Jacksonville. But we lost to them last year in a game in which we gave up a lead. So who's to say we can go in there and beat them? We got to play Miami. We got to play Pittsburgh last game of the season. So
it's like you you got the talent to win, but you're not even confident because of the coaching, the way the team coach and the way the team built. The Ravens can literally lose to anybody on any Sunday, and they can beat anybody on any Sunday. That's not the way you want to have
Yesterday was the first time I bet on the Ravens again in 4 or 5 weeks. Remember we said we ain't betting on the Ravens no more. I stuck to that. Yesterday was the first time I was like, yo, man, we ain't losing to the fucking Browns. Yo.
To it.
Man, I'm done.
Now you got an Oreo hat on. That's crazy.
Gunnar Henderson just named AL Rookie of the Year, so shout out to Gunnar before I start my
man.
Pay up, FanDuel.
Leaving here with
Gunnar just named AL Rookie of the Year.
All right,
but
it's football season.
All right, but nonetheless, bad loss. We talked about it Friday. Divisional football, you kind of throw the X's and O's out the window. Who's going to be more physical? Who wants it more? And when I look at that second half, Cleveland wanted it more. They killed us in the trenches. They were more physical. You look at Jerome Ford, what he was doing after contact. Njoku, what he did after contact. Like, at some point, they were dragging players. AFC North football, man, like, that's what it boils down to. If you're going to take your foot off the wheel and not play as physical, not get to the quarterback, you're going to leave the door open for these teams to come back. Like, these aren't mediocre teams. It's a reason going into last week, all 4 AFC North teams were in the playoff picture. Like, this is the best division of football, and you have to treat it as such. You come out and you up 14-0 at home against any team, you supposed to finish. You up 31-17 in the 4th quarter at home, you supposed to finish. Boils down to coaching. It's hardball, but aside from coaching, we got beat physically yesterday. And that's the first time I've said that in a while about this team. Like, we got beat physically yesterday. This defense, like, they in the 4th quarter, and they held on as long as they possibly could. But the way the physicality of Cleveland's offense, from the line to the receivers and running backs, it was just our tail was between our legs, man. And it sucks because since he lost, obviously, and we'll get there, but you blew yet another opportunity to essentially gain games on these teams. To be playing with house money come Thursday night, but since he coming off a L. Now
you could have buried them.
Yeah, we could have dressed in all black for the funeral, but now it could be even one of our funeral Thursday.
Now we a game up on win. Now we a game up on the Steelers, and they currently own the tiebreaker because of the head-to-head.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's crazy.
Can't see my six, but it's
and like you allow 6.3 yards per carry from Jerome Ford, like that cannot happen, man. Like,
that was a curse though. That's a curse though.
That's terrible, man.
Nick was talking big shit Friday about Jerome Ford. We ain't seen the Nitty curse work in a minute, but he was talking big shit. I was like, yo, we ain't letting no fucking Jerome Ford do that. That's what he said.
John Harbaugh. I'm sick of I'm John Harbaugh about to get the what's the name?
Nick, people talking about re-signing Patrick Queen and all this extra stuff. I'm like, okay, like Jerome Ford did it. Jerome Ford did it.
Shit, I'll take Patrick Queen right the fuck now.
Go ahead, Pam.
Yeah, that's Jerome Ford
gonna do that too.
I like
he had one bad game.
Jerome Ford gonna do that too.
He had one bad.
I like that.
He had one bad game.
Well, listen, if
he dropped an interception, he sucks. Like Deshaun Watson threw it straight to him. He literally threw it straight to him. He dropped it. He sucks. Don't we don't want to hit no war with Patrick Queen.
Yo, they don't love you.
We don't need to pay two linebackers.
Yeah, you're right. We're
gonna have to figure out something to do with Marcus too. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Because
until he get healthy, yeah, you're right. He don't need to see the field. Like, I mean, what was the snap breakdown? What was the snaps breakdown? I'm about to look real quick.
I mean, they all were on the field together a lot because they just moved Kyle Hamilton down. Kyle Hamilton didn't assume his regular, safety position. He moved down to play nickel on the line, and
I
don't hate it if Marcus is healthy.
But how is that not bad coaching? You seeing your team blowing teams out, playing well, winning 4 games in a row, and because one of your players come back and you're healthy, you change the rotation, and then you end up losing.
You see Marcus' contract?
I was about to say he has get your
ass. We want to think about it. It's a consideration because if Gino's going to give you that production and you could possibly re-sign him to a cheaper price point than what you're currently paying. I'm just saying it's a consideration because clearly we're gonna have to do something at left tackle.
I was just
draft corner.
I'm about to ask you about.
We didn't even mention the injuries from Stanley and Marlon.
We don't gotta talk about. We can talk about Marlon, but we ain't talking about Stanley injury. That nigga's always injured. Like that nigga's always injured.
But I mean, you're looking at possibly not having both of them Thursday. I know Harbaugh trying to be coy about it right now, but
they not playing. Neither one of them playing.
I mean, we know what it is.
Lamar was day to day last year too.
Neither one of them.
I turned into 6 weeks.
I'm tired of Stanley leaving games early. I'm tired of he leaving big games. Every single big game he gets hurt in. Every single big game he can't finish. So I don't know. And I mean, you can say the Marlon injury, but they was playing that soft ass defense before Marlon got injured. Like they was literally playing that soft defense all game long. It was. I don't understand it. I don't understand. What has Deshaun Watson showing your tape where you think you can just sit back in the zone and spread the zone out, not even cover the middle of the field? They was throwing he was just checking down the middle of the field all day long.
And where was the switch up?
You know what's crazy though, Keys? The first play was a blitz from Hamilton, and you got the turnover.
Yep. Ain't bring a lot of blitzes for the rest of the day. Just they rush for all game, like you said, the game plan, keeping the pocket. Rushing for is not gonna keep somebody in the pocket. I mean, what's Deshaun Watson showing over the last 2 years, other than getting massages and being a bum last year that he need a spot? At least make him earn the fucking spot.
My thing is, where's the switch up? All the last 2-3 weeks, we've heard the praise of McDonald, and the praise was really surrounded around how he could disguise his zones, and how challenging it was to line up against the Ravens because they show you something pre-snap and then post-snap it'd be a completely different look. My thing is, this is happening in real time. Cleveland is getting whatever they want in real time. They attack in the middle field, whatever they want in real time. Yes, Marlon goes down, but this is the reason we had the conversation in the summer saying, hey, we need some cornerback depth because if Marlon goes down, it's scary. And what happens? When Marlon goes down, everything collapses. So I go back to, the coordinator. It's like, you get to that fourth quarter, if we're playing zone all game, where's the switch up? That's all. Like, where's the switch up? Where's the different looks that we are going to give? Okay, this is not working, and they're eating it up. We're going to have to keep throwing different looks at Deshaun. I promise you, throwing different looks at Deshaun at this stage of his career is not the worst thing you can do. It's not like they have some explosive offense, right? Like, they're decent. They're decent, but it's, Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore isn't putting that much fear into my heart. And Njoku, little different story. He got a burn face. He running full speed. He big. Yeah, I get it.
The receivers was running 15 yards down the field before they was touched in their routes. Like, they were just running down the field past the first down line and turning around, and just the ball was right there.
Njoku, I think it was Njoku. Njoku took Geno Stone from Westminster to Park Heights. I'm talking about 20 yards on his back. You can't make this stuff up.
He wasn't even use 795.
Nah.
I'm on the back roads.
But like I said, we broke. The only good thing is about this is you're going to short week. That's the only good thing. You got the Bengals coming in. The short week, you can try to put it behind you. Like you said, now if you sit here and you come out Thursday and you let another egg, it's going to get spooky here. It's going to get spooky. It's already spooky. Keep blowing these 4-quarter leads, but it's a great thing that the Ravens got a short week. It's a good thing.
I don't fear Joe Burrow or the Bengals. Like, I'm not one of those. I don't understand how they just continue to get put over us when head to head. They usually do not come out on top against us, especially Lamar. But short week, they're coming off an ugly loss at home. They're coming off having to proverbially fight for their playoff life right now. Yeah, it's early still, but ain't that early, right? The losses are piling up for the Bengals.
They ain't played the Browns yet, did they? The Browns and the Bengals ain't played each other this season yet, did they?
I'm not sure,
but he can't beat them.
They can't. It's not ideal for them to lose to us this Thursday, so they're going to come in
ready to go,
very hungry, and I don't know. Sometimes I feel like we can match that intensity with anybody, but it's like we do it for 58 minutes, 59 minutes and 20 seconds. It's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, they played first game of the year.
Oh, right, bet. Yeah.
Browns beat them 24-3.
So,
Bengals upcoming games, they got us, and then they got the Steelers at home next week. They got the Jaguars, Colts, Vikings.
Okay, so they can clean up a little bit.
Yeah, it's favorable.
But what's after that?
They finished with Steelers, Chiefs, Bengals. I mean, Steelers, Chiefs, Browns. I'm sorry.
They're gonna have to clean up.
That's tough.
They're gonna have to clean up.
Yeah,
they ain't too much cleaning up. The only team you named really was what, the Colts. There ain't a lot of cleaning up.
The Colts ain't horrible.
Yeah, the Colts.
They still got Pittsburgh twice. The Jags
that's not easy for them. That's not
the Chiefs and the Browns once.
And a loss Thursday, they'd have what, 5 losses?
Yeah, to be 5-5.
Yeah, to be 5-5.
I can see 2 to 4 losses in that mix, possibly. It's potentially. So, once you get to 5 losses, you can't lose so much in this AFC.
No, it's too deep. It's way too deep.
Not at all. Stand in the AFC. If you decided to start your morning off this way, more power to you. But the Colts did beat the New England Patriots 10-6 in Germany. Gardner Minshew completed 18 passes for 194 yards and a pick. Mac Jones, 15 completions, 170 yards, and an interception.
Yeah, the Colts did everything to try to get this game. Yeah, the Colts did everything to try to get it against the pit. It just Mac Jones sucked too bad. They had the ball and they had first and goal 2 times within the score to take the lead, and Mac Jones couldn't get the job done. The first time they was in first and goal, he threw the ball at the back of the end zone when the second was wide open, and the second time he underthrew him. So it was like,
there you go, right here.
Yeah, he's terrible. That's the second one. Yeah, he's terrible. Like, I don't even know what that was. But yeah, they the writings on the wall with the Patriots. They gotta get a new quarterback, and this got to be Bill last year because Bill made some. I ain't seen Bill make the type of decisions he made in this game in his whole career.
Special teams call.
Yeah, like the new I mean, you got Mac Jones and you going all out pressure and give him a long field when you could have. He probably lost 30 yards of field position. You got Mac Jones. You need every yard you can get. So that was his bad coaching. At the end of the half, throwing that short route, started throwing it to the end zone. That was bad. It was just a lot of decisions by Belichick. I really didn't understand. But I mean, shout out to the Colts. The Colts 5-5. They solid defensively. It don't look like they really gonna beat themselves. I don't know if they're a playoff team or not. because they got Jacksonville and Texans in that division. But I mean, they 5-5. Shane got the boys playing. They well coached.
We've seen in the past those type of decisions that Belichick made work out for him. So, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. The biggest reason I think he needs to go, just because, his decisions with the personnel. There isn't anybody explosive on offense or defense for them. Well coached, possibly, schemed well, yeah, but they don't have any skill players. Bill O'Brien, he knows how to call up offense. Well, who's the skill players? Who's the wide receivers on the outside that you're scared about? Who's the tight? Nobody's scared about Mike Gesicki. He's light in the ass. He's quick, but when he's in the game, he's going out for a pass route. He ain't blocking nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's no surprise in that. There's no disguise in that. And, the wide receivers, where's the speed? Where's the explosiveness? The running backs. I do like Ramondre Stevenson, but again, like if he's going to be their most explosive weapon,
right.
You know what I mean? You can kind of key in on that. He's not going to beat us. Mac Jones isn't going I think Mac Jones could probably be a better quarterback somewhere else. If he was drafted somewhere else, I think it's a wrap for him now. Right?
Shooter.
Yeah, it's a wrap for him now. But if we could go back in history and he was drafted to another team, possibly could be better. But I mean, this whole situation having Patricia call plays, yeah. I mean, they ruined them.
Well,
they ruined a defensive coordinator calling offense is crazy.
Yeah,
did you take him over Kenny Sco?
Hell no.
Okay.
But what I was about to say,
is it a hell no? Because I seen him in the playoffs.
Wasn't because of him.
I saw Mac Jones in the playoffs.
That same year.
It's not because of Kenny either.
Yeah, that same year. Well, what you gonna say when we get to the playoffs now? I can't wait.
I shout out the defense.
We just stop that. Well, shout out their defense. It wasn't because of him.
You just was talking about 120 pass yards. You said that, not me.
Mac been a fucking bum.
I'm not saying he a bum, but you talking about Kenny like he's not in the same.
Because that man asked me if I would take Mac over Kenny. Come on, no, I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't
put him on the same. What's the list? Who else on the list?
Who is Kenny
Daniel
Pickett?
Jones. Daniel Jones.
What are we doing? Who is Kenny Pickett? Like this is the shit that be
Daniel
confusing me. Who is Kenny Pickett?
The one that you
shit like this.
beat.
Who is he?
The one you can't seem to overcome.
He's a bum.
Y'all keep losing to him. That's why your coach won't get fired because
we lose to a lot of bums though. We lost to Gardner
Yeah.
Minshew. Like,
the fuck?
So that's coaching. Don't blame him. Don't give Kenny that credit. Like you said, just blame him. Put it on Harbaugh, bum ass.
Nah, Kenny beat y'all last game.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he did.
They let Marlon substitute in the first game back from foot surgery and going 1-on-1. That's coaching, yo.
That's an excuse.
That's not an excuse. That's coaching.
That's an excuse.
No, we gave Kenny his credit for it. We gave Kenny the credit,
and we beat y'all too. We beat y'all too. Y'all a part of the six.
We beat us.
I don't like that either. We should be I should be a millionaire with Rihanna, but I'm not.
That's apples and oranges, though. That's apples and oranges, bro. It is.
Let's go. You watch football. Come on, don't do that.
That's apples and oranges.
When Granny Smith apples and a Fiji apple, because I like that.
Yeah, no, that's apples and oranges, my nigga. Because you know damn well. I'll get damn well. No, you watch enough football. You watch enough sports. You know.
I don't know.
But you can be that way today.
I don't know.
I respect that. I
don't know. All I know is y'all can't. The winner circle should be unslanderable by y'all. CJ Stroud, like he could talk to me. That nigga's nice. He could talk. They won. Speaking of, they defeat the Bengals 30-27. CJ Stroud, second straight week with 335 plus, 23 completions, 356 yards.
That was a
touchdown at the pit. Boy. Joe Burrow, 27 completions, 347 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks.
He must be healthy.
I mean, those are some bad.
Huh? No excuses, right?
Those are some bad interceptions.
I mean, shout out to Houston, man. They, like I said, we all said on Friday that we picked the Bengals, but none of us would be surprised if the Texans was the winning game and they wasn't going to lose by whatever the spread was. They growing up. It's good to see a team grow up right before your eyes. It's good to see a player, get into it. And it's like I said, the Ravens lost, but it take this thing off a little bit because the Bengals lost. You got them coming in here off of L. Like I said, it's going to be tough. But Yeah, the Texans need to send every Christmas, every holiday, they need to send them a gift basket with muffins and fruit and chocolates because they should be happy. They should be happy they took Bryce Young from right. Something they need to compensate them every year. Like,
every year this man career, send Carolina a car.
Send something.
I cannot believe
he looks better every single week. Like CJ Stroud looks better every single week.
They said some of the rumors that was coming out was about him came from Houston because they wanted him. They was trying to sully him. Shula did the same thing.
I'm Dirty Mac talking Houston.
Yeah, said Shula did the same thing with Marino back in the day.
Yo, if you my thing about it is, I mean, we black. My thing about we never been a GM, but if somebody can overcome the shit that CJ Stroud overcame his father doing 40 years in jail, that's probably who I want to be my quarterback. If he's still able to overcome that and be successful, go to college, and that's probably I'm probably going to take him number one.
Yo,
but that's how I look at it.
Yo, every clip I seen of him in college, it was him just being a fantastic leader. Just a leader of men at that age. But which speaks because he had to be the man of the house because of his circumstances. But
not only that though, Sco, when he just played Georgia in January, who everybody argues puts out how many pros defensively, he torched them. Like he had a day. So I don't know. The kid been ready. I mean, like I say on Nitty, he was our number one.
Hey, everybody, all four of us was like, "Yo, who? Bro, why?" Now, if they get to the playoffs, we talking rookie of the year MVP.
I mean, if depends on if he keep playing well, yeah,
of course. Absolutely. Well, if they get to the play, it's going to be because he plays well.
But the Ryans is doing a hell of a job with that team, though, man. Like that's a game they easily could have folded yesterday, and they didn't. They just kept fighting and fighting and fighting.
Those were the game they lost. Couple they used to lose them games with Deshaun.
I'd give it to CJ over a Jared Goff, so to speak, or something like that, because this team was further away than the Lions were. The Lions were on the precipice of being a playoff team last year.
Them records though with MVPs, they want you to have a top record. Like
but
I mean the turnaround.
Don't get me wrong.
But they won 2 games last year. Like they were the true number 2 pick out. Like Carolina traded up. They were the true number 2 pick because they.
That over under was only like 3.5 for wins this year. I think
it was 3. Yo, it was 3.
And CJ has been winning close games, right? Like a lot of his stuff, last minute touchdowns. Getting his team in position to score with 50 seconds left, so to speak, or back and forth seesaw battles on the fourth quarter. I mean, these are ESPN Classic games he's been playing the last couple of weeks. They've been right down to the wire, back and forth. Don't change the channel or you might miss something type of performances. So, and this is a rookie.
Man, he does not.
He making some throws, man.
He does not look like a rookie quarterback.
I don't want to hear excuses for second and third year players, yo. I don't.
Not look like a rookie quarterback.
I don't.
At all.
You can't look at CJ and then talk about Kenny.
At all. He's processing the game.
You can't look at CJ and talk about no other young quarterback, honestly.
No, not really. He's better than all of them. He's better than all of them.
Keys. Come on. That was unnecessary. That was unnecessary.
No, it's the truth, though. It's the truth, though.
And we be talking about Kenny like he's somebody.
I didn't say nothing about Kenny.
Wow, that'd be Sco.
Who? I don't talk about Kenny. I don't fucking like him. I ain't talk about Kenny.
I just go to Bell. He came on today and said Kenny trash. He did.
I've been saying he's trash all year. Like I don't fucking like him. If it wasn't
5 minutes ago, all right.
I said he was a winner, but who did I compare him to? My arch fucking nemesis.
Who?
Tim Tebow. You think I like a nigga that I'm comparing to Tim Tebow? I hate Tim Tebow.
Man, what happens? We were just Alex Smith last week. We dropped down that fast.
Yo,
Tim Tebow.
Here's the thing. When I say Alex Smith, I was talking about ceiling. Dog, I don't think he gonna be. I don't want him to be with us to reach his ceiling.
No, he's not. He don't have no ceiling. He reached his ceiling. He can't throw the ball. He's not accurate enough no more.
Scobie told you a ceiling before you wasted a first round pick on him.
Peep this though.
He wanted Malik Willis back then though.
I never wanted Kenny. Now, what makes it worse is that Malik is.
That's even worse. we know who not to count on for quarterback evaluations.
Y'all niggas get Lamar at stop. You
wanted Malik and Kenny? You wanted two sorry ass niggas, man.
We needed a quarterback. We wasn't getting no free agents. It had to come through the draft. Shit,
Kenny,
we should.
I hope he gets an extension now.
We should have took
He'll
Sam
win
Howell.
He'll win it. Extend his ass.
Should have took
Yeah,
Sam
shoulda.
fucking Howell. If you want to be
I
honest,
should have just went back and got Josh Dobbs, but that's
You might as well get him before he
wasn't
gets
doing that.
expensive.
he wasn't doing
He's
that.
gonna win
shit.
a lot of games.
He wasn't doing that shit. He's having a Make a Wish kid season. That shit ain't gonna last.
Stop, yo.
Speaking of,
No.
that's not good. Did I just pull a KG?
That
out
man
to
Charlie
Villanueva.
Villanueva, man.
Fuck him.
Shout out to Charlie Villanueva. I just lost the score. Here we go. Saints Vikings. Josh Dobbs.
We
Second
talked
week in a row.
we talked about this. We talked ourselves out of taking the Vikings. We all did. We talked about this.
Yeah, we did. I didn't think this was possible.
It was Nick telling us how good the damn Saints defense was. That's what it was. We were close.
Sometimes you gotta play
27.
defense.
27. Oh, so you the Texans, the CJ Stroud. You poisoned us.
Gotta do
27 to
something.
19. Josh Dobbs, 23 completions, 268 yards and a touchdown. Jameis Winston in relief duty because Derek Carr hurt his shoulder. 13 completions, 122 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 of them Jameis Winston's.
Yo, Jameis gonna have 2 touchdowns and 3 picks. 2
Oh,
touchdowns. 3 picks.
for sure.
Like, that's his MO, yeah. But I mean, shout out to
better
the
than on
Vikings.
FanDuel. That should be a boost.
Shout out to Josh Dobbs. Shout out to the Vikings. But this is why we said on Friday, and this is why we put the Falcons on
That's
our
a
ticket.
dot to a live.
Yeah, it is.
That's a good catch.
This is why we talked about. I mean, if the Saints are going to lay eggs, we don't know how the game would have finished if Derek Carr would have finished the game. Probably the same way. He's trash.
And it was down 27 to 3.
Yeah, but like I said, we talk about the Falcons winning, but the Falcons can't capitalize either. They lose too. So yeah, the NFC South is just the worst division of football. It's a trash division. That's all. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to Josh Dobbs. The Saints, they not good. They're not gonna be good.
Yeah, I mean the Vikings. I said a couple weeks ago, it wouldn't surprise me if they kind of not make a run, but if they just tried to stay competitive, just because they still got the makings of a team that was one of the top tier NFC teams in the league last year. So they did lose Kirk, but being able to trade for Josh Dobbs and bring in somebody who's serviceable, somebody who's athletic, and somebody who's smart. You know what I mean? You're not asking him to do a whole lot, but at the same token, he's executing the things that he's asked to be that he's asked to do. He's executing perfectly. He's getting out of the pocket when he needs to, using his legs. It's accurate. He's getting the ball to his playmakers. You can't ask for more. Hawkinson had a big day yesterday. Addison had a big day. That's what you need to do. Get your ball to your playmakers and let them make plays. So, him able to put points on the board, helped a lot.
And as much as we talk about coaching, I think you got to talk about the Vikings coach, O'Connell. You thought they was dead in the water a few weeks ago, and here they are now, right in the middle of the NFC wildcard picture. So kudos to him, because this team could have went downhill once Kirk tears his Achilles. That's even more reason to just tank and pack it away. But somehow he got them motivated. They playing Flores defensively. That defense is flying, forcing turnovers. So shout out to the Vikings coaching.
Hell yeah.
Same thing with Josh. No, I'm about to say with Josh Dobbs. He got better weapons in Minnesota, better coaching system in Minnesota. And he was having a decent year. He was going to be successful. So it's a better situation for him.
And that's what I was saying too. Is like,
and even get Jefferson back in.
The losses in Arizona weren't because of him. A lot of the games, they were up in the fourth quarter, and they, probably got the call from upstairs, like, stop doing that. Yeah.
Hey, yo, throw that interception. Throw it.
Nah, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that interception. Josh Dobbs has not had a bad year this year. And he's showing you on a team that's competitive.
Yeah, he's been solid. He's been solid. I don't know what they saw in Mason. I don't. That's irritating. Because he all intents and purposes could still be here, but we chose Mason over him. He's
better than Mitch too.
Yes, he is.
Do you want to keep going?
He is.
He's better than Kenny.
Yeah, right now I can't. Yo, dog. Why do y'all keep making? Y'all are not telling me nothing that I don't fucking know. But beat them. That will be my retort to every time you beat them.
Team game,
cricket.
so we have a problem with the Steelers, not Kenny Pickett. You're still looking up to us in the standings. It's like, you got it. You got it. You got the head-to-head. So do something with it.
Yeah, fuck them
that's all he care about.
Make a run. Make the run that we can. Will you be able to?
Go know they don't got no chance of ever playing in February, so that's what he got to rely on.
Not with Kenny Pickett. Anyway.
Getting in fucking February. The fuck you talking about?
He said a chance. We got better chance.
Niggas don't have a chance. You can't. You play 3 quarters. It's 4 in the game.
Look, we 7-3. I mean, we're 7-3.
Oh, is this an in season tournament?
No, but you said we can't. You said we can't. We 7-3. We 7-3.
Is this the NBA? Is this the NBA?
7-3.
Do you get it?
We gotta play y'all again. I can't wait. We gotta play y'all again.
Do you get a trophy?
You get a trophy for beating the Ravens.
You must.
But it feel good telling you though. It feel good saying. It feel good saying it though, because y'all are speaking from a perspective of just not knowing.
We AFC North leaders right now. We AFC North leaders. That's
what it's easy to fall on. Yeah, but we beat y'all and we only a half game back.
It's not easy to fall on.
We a half game back.
That's
it's not
what
even
matters.
A whole game. It's a half game. It's a half game. Go in and fumble on Thursday night.
Who y'all
play?
playing?
You picking the Bengals?
We play Cleveland.
You picking the Bengals?
I ain't say all that, but I need to. But go
y'all
in and
beating
fumble.
Cleveland. Y'all beating Cleveland.
We have.
Are you going to beat Cleveland this week?
That's not what he asked you, brother.
We have.
Give me your early prediction
home?
right now.
Who's
Give me your
home?
early prediction right now.
No,
that game.
we going there. We beat them at home already. That was the Nick Chubb game.
Yeah.
Guess who's not playing in this game too? Oops.
Minka should be back though.
I hope. Shit.
Get well soon, Nick. He'll say, "Oops."
I was about to say something real foul. Oh, salute the Njoku.
Man, they gonna terrorize Kenny ass. Man.
Yo, okay, you're crazy. That's funny.
Yeah. We on YouTube. Okay,
we should have the way he was gone. Respectful.
The roof.
Allegedly.
The roof. So stay in the NFC South. Tampa Bay defeats the Titans 20-6. Will Levis, 19 completions, 199 yards and a pick. Baker Mayfield, 18 completions, 278 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception.
Yeah, like I said, we picked this game because they was home. It was another rookie quarterback on the roll. I think Keith said it about him, the coach, the Bucs coach against rookie quarterbacks. He wasn't gonna sit down and let him beat him. So we this game went exactly how we thought it was gonna go. And the Bucs ain't they ain't really, we'll see if they can come back and solve plan and get back to the division, because that, like I said, the NFC South is up for the taking. Anybody can win a division.
I mean, yeah, what they 4-5 the Bucs now, so I don't know what first place is in the South, but good win.
Yeah, salute.
Yeah, Saints still first place, I believe. Everybody lost.
Yeah, Saints 5-5. Everybody else under 500. This island stinks. This is like Tangier Island. San Francisco defeated the Jacksonville Jaguars 34-3. Brock Purdy, 19 completions, 296 yards, 3 touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence, 17 completions, 185 yards, 2 interceptions.
Yeah, well, like I said, we talked about it on Friday. Once you get your stars back, you're a different team. You're a different football team. And like I said, I think I said this on Friday also, that if Minka was there, I don't know if the Jaguars beat y'all. That's really how I feel. They're a good team. They're a decent team. But I think when it comes up to the upper echelon opponents, the Jaguars they not going to show up. But shout out to the 49ers. They did what they had to do. They bounced after losing 3 in a row to come back in and dominate them the way they dominate them. Yeah, that's a sign of a great team. The only thing I got to say is about C-Mac getting the goddamn end zone. God damn.
I've seen Jacksonville step up and compete against, the top tier teams. I wasn't expecting this. Like, if you told me that they lost, they lose, cool. But this ass whooping at home in this fashion, like they came off a bye too. So damn.
I think this says more about the 49ers than it does about the Jags. I mean, the 49ers just went through a midseason rut. They were always one of the better teams, if not one of the favorites to contend for a championship. And they just showed it. They refocused at the bye. And this is a team that, both teams got weapons. Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, Travis Etienne. They don't got no injuries on that side of the ball. That's crucial. You know what I mean? Evan Ingram's been playing great this season. So, fair fight in that regard. And Brock Purdy played Trevor Lawrence. That's really what it came down to. The defense was 49ers defense again. And that's something that they hadn't had in the last month. I don't know what defense that was.
Steve Brooks came down to the sideline. Everybody on
Richard Sherman said it.
They got Chase Adams too now. Chase Young. I'm sorry. Chase Young.
Well, Richard Sherman said it. He said, they after that last loss, they about to go back to the drawing board and simplify everything, go back to what they had been doing to make them successful. All the shit that Wilkes is trying to be exotic. No. Let's go back to what we do best, which is get to the quarterback.
Yeah, and Jacksonville relies on that run. They only had 59 yards on the ground yesterday. That don't help Trevor Lawrence. That's partially why he was 17 for 29, 2 interceptions. Got sacked 5 times. He's just
the number one pick, generational talent, should be able to win a game with his own
generational run.
That's what they said about him. I didn't say that.
Trevor Lawrence ain't beat nobody with his arm.
But the number one generational talent pick, that the best prospect that we've seen since John Elway,
that's Sunshine.
He should be able to win a game with his arm when the run game don't work.
I mean, he should. I thought it was going to be a good test for the Jags. I mean, I understood why you took them on the island. I thought you're up and coming team. There's a chance for you to go out and get a defining regular season win, but they kind of laid the egg, and now I kind of wonder with the pressure that Houston putting on them, what's that going to do for them over the next?
And Houston always plays Jacksonville well,
and they already beat them once this year.
Beat
them once already. Yeah, so I wonder about that.
And that quarterback looked generational. So
yeah. I knew he was like that when they was talking about his Wonderlic score, and he said, "I'm not a test taker. I'm a football player. Like, what the fuck you talking about?"
I feel you, CJ Stroud. I ain't a good test taker either.
I hate that. I hate him. C for everything. Get me the fuck out of here. I got shit to do.
I got football to throw. Like, I got to practice. Like, I go out there and get better, nigga. Fuck this shit.
I got shit to do. You asking me about?
Houston only a game behind them.
Yeah, yo, they could.
Houston's not a bad team. It's not. Houston's not a bad team at all. They're well coached, and the defense has gotten light years better from last year. Will Anderson is getting to he's getting in the back
advertised.
Mm-hmm.
They the 7th seed in the playoffs.
Right, they getting a lot of production from their young pieces, man.
They the 7th seed right now.
Yeah.
So with Cincinnati, the 8th seed.
Yeah. Okay. And Buffalo the 9th.
Jesus Christ, Buffalo right back in there with a W though.
They better. Arizona Cardinals. They better. Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray's return from injury defeat the Falcons 25-23. Kyler Murray, 19 completions, 249 yards in the pick. Tyler Heineke, 8 completions. Wait, what?
He got hurt.
Okay. I didn't peep this. Okay. 55 yards and a touchdown.
Who finished the game? Ritter?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yo. They gotta trade him. They gotta get rid of him.
Yo, I seen the highlight.
Ritter right here. He got a tutty.
Yeah, but at the same time, why you losing to 1-18, man? You gotta be able to come in off the bench and be able to.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler, he went Super Saiyan right here. He went crazy.
Yeah.
It's not 1-18 no more.
17.
No restrictions, no knee brace. He looked good.
Crazy.
This is what you want. Man. You want to see this on tape before you start talking trade. I'm convinced. Because he wasn't scared to run either. He got out there.
The Falcons keep, like I said, the Falcons they games they should win, games they supposed to win, they keep losing, and that's
we said that on Friday.
They're gonna keep on. They're gonna end up on the outside looking in come playoff time because they can't close out no games they supposed to win. You shouldn't be losing to. I mean, granted, he came back, he sparked them, but they still 1-8. You shouldn't be losing to him.
Kyler Murray is 0-0, and they got James Conner back too, and they got like just the pick me up of our best players back. Like we don't got a rookie quarterback in tune. We don't got a journeyman. We got that guy. You know what I mean? And he looked like that guy from the first snap. From the first snap, he commanded the offense, and you know, now the coach can see really what he has, right? And the GM can see really what they have as they try to maneuver for next year, figure out what pieces fits where. If Kyle is playing like this, though, I'm sure he's going to ingratiate himself to the new staff and whatnot, because you know, winning is good vibes.
I'm about to say, I mean, if he
just because they got a high draft pick, I mean, you gotta think about it, but you don't have to do it.
But if he keeps winning games, they're not going to be there.
That's true.
If he gets to 5 and 8, they ain't getting the number 1 pick.
And even then, you still getting a top 10 pick.
Whatever.
Even then, you're still getting a top 10 pick, which will help him and the team do what they need to do. They got you know, they seem well coached. They've always been well coached all year. Like I said earlier, they were supposed to win a few games before they got the upstairs call.
Yeah, Gannon's not a bad coach. He's not a bad coach at all. But yeah, you get a top 10 pick and get some help on that defense for him. And
let's talk about Atlanta. Arthur Smith isn't that good, yo.
Nah.
I was floored when I found out his father was a billionaire.
What? The FedEx guy.
He's the FedEx guy, and he got his start a year after he graduated college, and he got to start with the then Redskins
inheritance, baby,
and his FedEx Field. Like all them, I'm like, oh, like he got the layup, he got the alley-oop off the glass. That's and like, and then you see him like he got his head coach gig from the Ravens playoff game where he got hailed as this great play caller because Marlon Humphrey can't contain, you know, practice squad players. It's just like, yo, he got to go. Like, why is he still there?
I mean, you pick Bijan Robinson number 7 and you go multiple games without giving him touches in the red zone. It's inexplicable. Especially your run guy. Like, that's what you did in Tennessee. What you built your name off of.
I get if you like rookies have a different schedule now than they did last year. So you talking about you don't want them to go and hit the proverbial wall or whatnot, but you can be strategic with his touches. You can make sure anytime you're in that 20-yard line, he's touching the ball.
At least use him like he Jamal Williams or
I've
something.
never heard a player be used as talking about he's playing well off the ball.
Not in football.
No point guard.
Right. Look at he coaching basketball. Like what?
Nigga think he Jaylen Brown or something. No.
They should be nice kids.
Nigga drafted him at 5 to be a decoy.
They should be nice. Oh, they got studs, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying about the Cardinals. I just think the Falcons are a better team. they as far as assets and talent wise, yeah. So it might be the coaching. That's what we're going. It's definitely Arthur Smith.
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh gonna be looking for employment. Think about it.
Shit.
Detroit. Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh is
would it make sense
to Atlanta.
Jim and John.
Would it make sense if Dion went to Atlanta with his son?
Yeah.
They talking about Dion might be at Texas A&M.
I would not go there if I was him. Well, for the bag, he don't need the bag. But Texas A&M is that's death row for football. You ain't never gonna do that.
I mean, you can get the athletes at Texas A&M.
You gonna have the money behind you too.
Nah, you gonna have
the money down
that
there.
Boy Jimbo Fisher, man. I want to be like him when I grow up.
That's the American dream.
$77 million to go sit home.
Give me
what?
Bye.
I would have sabotaged myself way earlier than that.
They would have found some old tweets on me, baby. I would have provided them.
That nigga. Oh my God. I said that. Well,
I said this right here, 2011.
hey, yo, y'all know I used to say.
I told Jameis Winston.
I told him to go take them crab legs. That was me. I sent him on that dummy mission. That was me.
The
Uber ride. That was me. When he stood on the table and yelled that shit out, I told him to say that shit. I did all that.
Muted Keys.
I said all that shit. That was me. What's my payout? 77? Yeah. Detroit Lions defeat the Chargers 41-38. Jared Goff completed 23 passes for 333 yards, 2 touchdowns. Justin Herbert, 27 completions, 323 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Man, I almost got you.
Almost doesn't count.
I mean, shout out to the Lions though. That's a good win for them. That's a huge win for them. on the road, close game, playing against another talented team. I don't know. I ain't watched the game, so I don't know. Y'all gotta tell me if Steady did anything stupid. But yeah, it's the same thing. Chargers shouldn't be. They got enough talent where they shouldn't be 4-5. That's ridiculous.
Was that Derwin James?
Yo, they suck on defense, bro.
Yeah, they do.
and this is why I be getting mad when people try to say, "Oh, Justin Herbert, look at his win-loss record," and "Oh, he lost another game," and people talk about he's a great quarterback. Yo, he's a great fucking quarterback. Yo, like they were dueling yesterday, and they didn't lose because of him. They lost because their defense couldn't get a stop.
Mm-hmm.
Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery were getting whatever they wanted on the ground.
Yeah,
and then when they weren't throwing the ball, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Sam Laporta were getting whatever they wanted through the air, whatever they wanted. So every time the Chargers scored, Lions said, "Bet we can do that too." Yeah. Every time.
And we talk about taking your foot off the gas. The Lions are a team who don't take their foot off the gas. Last possession of the game is 4th and 2 from the Chargers 26 with $140 and some change left. And Dan Campbell went for it instead of taking a 3, which is a layup. He went for it and milked the rest of the clock and got the field goal with no time left, as opposed to putting the ball back in Herbert's hands. Just being aggressive, having a feel for the game, and knowing your team.
That's a hell of a feel for the game. That's a coach right there. That's how you know you're coaching.
4th and 2 on their 26. That's crazy.
With a chance to win the game at that.
And they had a few 4th down conversions where
a few of them, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like things where you continue this drive and field goals turned into touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. Coaching.
That's how you win. That's how you win games.
And touch.
And when you do it, the decision is great. It's the execution that follows it. You know what I mean? His team is always ready to go in there and execute when needed. And that's the difference.
Man, we ain't got to talk about this game too much. Cowboys defeat the Giants 49-17.
Yeah, Vegas.
That was a scrimmage.
Yeah, pretty much. The Giants are done. Dayball, I don't know if Dayball going to survive.
I said last week.
You said 49-17, Sco?
49-17.
So they outscored them 89-17 this year. It must be nice to play layups for your divisional games.
For real. But no, Dayball 2-8. I mean, I guess you can't really judge him. Daniel Jones sucks. He ain't got a viable backup option.
But you can judge it. You can definitely judge it, Keys.
Yeah, because he chose him.
Follow your heart.
No, you can judge it because Mike Tomlin's winning games with Kenny Pickett. You can judge it. He
said I can fix Daniel Jones too. If it was me, I said, he got to go. I can't do this.
Yeah, we
went to the playoffs, but let's not re-sign him. Let's go get Lamar. Let's go get one of these quarterbacks in the draft. We're not doing that with him.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of their losses they're not really competitive anymore. I mean, he got the Bills loss. But other than that, they they getting beat by a lot, and even with, like they got blown up by the Raiders. They it's not really, they ain't really playing that well. Because even if you're down a quarterback, the other facets of your team should be playing well, and they not. And they might have just been overmatched yesterday. Because Dallas is way better, way better than them, but they ain't show up. The Giants they got blown.
They got blown out with Daniel Jones versus the Cowboys.
Yeah, 40-0.
You feel me? They suck. And he sucks. And Brian Daboll, I think it's fair to question, this genius label. I was going to tweet it yesterday, but I got sidetracked because, the momentum was shifting. But well, at that point, actually, I was just, upset. But no, Brian Daboll, he got this genius label, right? Like, QB whisper. He's the one that made Allen nice. Even though Allen is still nice and Daboll is what?
Yeah, you got lucky. Josh Allen had a progression that nobody's ever seen before. You can't take credit for that. You just can't take credit for that. But I said it last week, yo. That motherfucker gonna be fired.
Yeah, in New York, Maryland.
They don't play that shit in New York.
They don't play about that in New York. They got rid of Joe Judge in the year. They got rid of other Yo in the year.
Shit, that
you got players.
My man that bench Eli. My man got fired for benching Eli. Like they don't play that shit.
The one that won the Super Bowl?
Nah,
the one after him.
The one after him.
The one that came from Carolina or something, right? Or he went to Carolina.
I'm forgetting his name, but
that's the GM. No. The one that the coach that gentleman hired. What the fuck is that? I know you're talking about.
Joe Judge?
No, the one before
Joe Judge. The one before Joe Judge. I
can't think of his name.
But yeah, he benched
Eli. He got the dumb mustache. I know. Yeah, you know what you're talking about.
Yep, him. They got him about. Oh, you benched who? Yeah, nah, you got to go for Gino.
Yeah, let's
they don't play that shit in New York.
Let's find this right quick.
Why y'all finding-
McAdoo. Wasn't it? It was Ben
Yeah,
McAdoo.
yeah.
That's
It was
what it was.
Spagnola.
No, it was
Spagnola had the mustache.
No, it's McAdoo.
No, it was
It
McAdoo.
was McAdoo.
What type of arrogance?
I forgot they had Pat Shermer too.
Yeah, it's been bad.
Like if Daboll is going to be arrogant, right? And you say, you know what? I think I can fix this train wreck that we know was a train wreck for multiple seasons. Daniel Jones didn't just, surprise, him. They knew his track record. It's just they were able to have a good season last year. You know what I mean? Everything clicked.
Can't be fixed now though. They put too much. They invested too much money in him.
Hell yeah.
You set back now. Somebody got to go for that. GM
So
and
now you got a top
it's a
5 pick
combo.
and do what with it?
Yeah.
With a quarterback,
Not
you got
move
all this
forward.
money you paying, who can't even play next year.
Maybe you do want to move forward with Daboll with a different quarterback, but it's like this is bad. This is bad all
That
around.
playoff last year hurt them. That messed them up. They wasn't
Messed
supposed
up
to
their
make the
timeline.
playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah, they weren't supposed to.
Yeah,
Make the playoffs.
I want to
Daboll
know.
was supposed to get his quarterback, and then he got stuck. Danny Dimes make the playoffs. Now we gotta pay him. Like that's.
I want to know the pulse of the team though. All of that yelling and cussing and fussing.
Look at how they play. That's the post. They suck.
Nah,
They're not
I'm-
buying in.
Nah,
But
they
to
were
keep him,
they were getting punked yesterday, bro.
like,
Yo, you
nah.
lose 49-17 to your division rival. Like, y'all could be 2-7.
Oh, that ain't
Y'all
never
come to Baltimore, y'all still gonna try to punch us in the mouth.
happening. It ain't never happening.
It was bad.
Some sort
They
of pride.
shouldn't even showed up. They laid down.
It was
Yo,
bad.
when Vegas said the spread was 17.5,
We joked about that. I said, hell no. I said, ain't no way. And guess what? I was
the
proven
biggest
completely wrong.
spread
doubled
that they've
shit.
had for an NFL game in the history of
How
draft
is it the
games.
large spread? You ain't even got sweat. It'd be the 2.5 ones. You be in here scratching like cheeseburger Addy, man. Like
like Pookie
crazy. But
and
17.5, you sitting comfortable with your feet up. They cleared that in by the third quarter. They had that. Like, come on.
Bro, they was getting their backups touchdowns. It got so bad that they was going after individual stats. Like I remember CD had 9 catches and he had like a record for like consecutive games with 11 catches or more, some shit like that. And they were trying to get him 2 catches. So on first and second down, they got him his 2 catches and let him sit. And I'm like, yo, they playing around with him. They playing man. They playing man.
CeeDee Lamb is the best receiver in football right now, yo.
Who said he wasn't a number 1? He's a number 2. Was it Ryan Clark?
Oh, somebody said it, but he's the best receiver in football. Right? He playing like the best receiver in football right now.
It was a lot of people talking crazy.
Ryan Clark want to be Dr. Phil now, man. He
electric.
He be pandering.
He got things in a lot of baskets. Get your money, brother.
No, Skull. Tell Ryan Clark reel it in, yo. He tell him reel it in. He doing
That man trying to get a bag.
I
see the play.
He getting that bag too.
I see the play. He getting a bag. I ain't mad at him. Talk all that shit.
He gonna be like Michael Strahan and shit.
Trying to take Nate job. He's trying to take Nate job.
I ain't mad at him.
Nah.
I ain't mad at him.
And this is
he ain't no number 2. He's a number 1.
He's
Just
number
when
one.
you just gotta let Dak throw the ball.
Are we saying he's number 1 because Justin hurt?
Who? What do you mean?
Caleb. I said Caleb. CeeDee Lamb. You just say the best receiver in football because Justin hurt, or just right now.
No, he said it just right now.
He's not better than Jettis to me. But
no, he's not better than
No, that's why I asked. That's why, because I had that conversation.
He's in that tier. He's in that tier.
Oh no, for sure. He's a top tier receiver.
People are saying CD better.
At work, dude was like, "Yo, CeeDee Lamb is best receiver." I was no. He was a Steelers fan. He's a Steelers fan, but he was just
he better than who?
Because CD had made a statement saying that he is the best, hands down. And he was like, "Yo, he's right." And I was like, "Damn, what about
he playing like it right now? He playing
so.
like it right now, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's still
when you that good, it's
I'm not mad at him.
It's not much that separates.
Yeah,
like if Stephon Diggs says that, I'm not mad at him. If Tyreek Hill says that, I'm not mad at him.
Jamar Chase,
AJ Brown,
them him.
AJ Brown definitely
taking his game to another level this year. He has taken his game to a different level, like a different, completely level.
Yeah. Salute.
Just gotta get him the production.
Seahawks defeat the Commandos 29-26 on the last second field goal that I was almost close to winning my one island game. Sam,
you went on a 2 island, Skull.
You might be last.
The
place,
other
bro.
island I'm not talking about. I told you that's Tangier Island.
Are you gonna be last place? Skull, you gonna be last place?
If I am, I'm not gonna be that long. Book it.
Okay, because you be talking mad shit to keep.
Well, it come with a preface now. He won't be that long.
If I am, I'm not gonna be that long.
You're gonna be there. That's what matters.
If I am, I'm not gonna be there.
Hey, Keith, you gonna get them back?
In the basement.
Keith,
You
you
been
gonna
We're
get them
gonna see
back?
Friday. We're gonna see Friday when they come out. I hope so.
You been talking mad shit from the basement. I can't even say I'm gonna stay that long, but you get to just talk mad shit.
You finished in the basement,
Sleeping
before,
on the floor.
So that's the difference.
Just sleep,
Like
and I've also finished, and I've also finished first.
You know what the top? Nah, that sounds wild. I'm glad I'm not on the screen.
That's something I need to know.
Salute the service, Tyler Lockett.
Nah, niggas know your voice now, cuz. They know exactly who said that shit.
It was a good game.
It was a good game, yo. It was, yo. Sam Howell and Eric Bieniemy. I like it.
They're getting it done. It's
Salute
a
to Eric
lot of
Bieniemy
walk-off field
too.
goals
Y'all gotta get that man credit.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of walk-off field
A
goals.
lot of walk-off field goals.
I think they said it was like 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to Seattle. That we exactly what we thought was going to happen. They only won because they was home. If the Commanders was home, they probably would have won the game. They really only won because they was home. 3-point, one rule. But they played well. But I think that Eric Bieniemy probably need to be the head coach down there. Yeah, Riverboat Ron, time is up. But shout out to like I said, I ain't watched too much of the game, so I ain't gonna give too much analysis on it. But shout out to them. The Seahawks did what they had to do. They keep in pace. Like I said, every we're gonna look up in week 12, week 13, they're gonna be, right where they need to be to even playoff the 5th or 6th seed, because they ain't going to division with San Francisco out there. But they're gonna be right there making the playoffs again. Geno Smith back-to-back playoff years, I guess, if they keep it up.
It was a good game.
I
watched it. It was a good game.
Salute to him.
It was a good game.
Salute to him. Vegas defeats the Jets 16-12. Sunday Night Football. What a game. Zach Wilson.
This game was terrible.
What a game. 23 completions, 263 yards and a pick. Aiden O'Connell, 16 completions, 153 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
Yo, we were forced to watch the Jets 2 nights in the last week, and they ain't even scored a touchdown. We had to watch them 2 out of the past 6 nights. They ain't scored a touchdown, bro.
Zach Wilson has that Make-A-Wish kid look in his face. Like, he looks like
I'm here.
Like,
the interception.
I can't believe I'm here.
This was bad. I
Rob
stopped watching.
Like, what are we
Rob
doing?
Spilly.
Hold on. Yo, did y'all hear the post game? They was making a big deal of Rob Spilly. They basically said Antonio Pierce said he's the heart and soul of their defense, and he built the defense behind Rob Spilly.
I mean, when you make plays like that, shit, that's it.
I couldn't believe it.
When you making plays like that, I mean, but that was
you see the thing? He a captain.
You could have used him, Scott.
Right now,
He didn't play like that.
Y'all
with
need
us.
him. Y'all need him right now.
Now, yeah, but he didn't play like that with us.
Yeah,
Salute to Rob Spilly though. Salute to Rob.
Nah,
Spilly.
I was surprised. I was surprised.
Yeah,
And so he just had having a kid. So salute to Rob Spilly.
Right. This is the reason why we didn't want to pick the Jets, because of that. We did, because of their defense, and the defense they let them down at the end, giving up the big runs to Josh Jacobs. The 2 big runs.
Tight.
Yeah,
Yo, it's only so much you can do, yo.
It's not. They played that ass off, and I don't know why. The same thing, and we talk about it every week. The same thing with Tomlin in Canada, or why is he sticking with Zach Wilson? It's no way that Zach Wilson is the best option they had. It can't be. It's
Especially,
he sucks. Like, he's bad.
Here's the thing, though. You already moved on from him. You went and got Aaron Rodgers. That should be easier to bench this nigga.
But you know what my biggest problem with it is? Why is Zach Wilson dropping back and throwing damn near 40 times? It wasn't like he was playing from behind. This was a 3-point game the whole time. So why are you only running the ball 20 times? You got Breece Hall back there.
Breece Hall
had 13 carries.
Breece Hall wasn't that effective last night, and we haven't brought up the Raiders defense once. They actually played better than the Jets. Their defense played better than the Jets defense, because when it got, I can't make excuses about them being on the field too much, because Aiden O'Connell's on the other side of the field too. That nigga sucks just as much.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm with you. I'm go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say you played a bad defense Monday too in the Chargers and didn't even get no touchdowns. You had another defense. The Raiders can be had. They have been playing better, but they can be had too. Like,
better game plan. Josh Jacobs had 27 carries.
Yeah,
they know their quarterback sucks. we gonna run this ball.
Josh Jacobs has a different profile than Breece. Josh Jacobs, he's more physical. Breece is one of them running backs that breaks runs and relies on those explosive plays. He hasn't had any explosive plays, so they be in 2nd and 8, 3rd and 6. That's not going to help Zach Wilson at that point. And what can Saleh do? I mean, is he going to put in Tim Boyle?
Nah,
At this
I mean,
point,
I agree.
What, they got
But you
Trevor
shouldn't
Lawrence?
have 2 passes.
If you're gonna put in
on one
Tim
rush.
Boyle, you might as well not even try. Zach is your best chance to win. Nobody expected Aaron Rodgers to tear his Achilles. This was supposed to be the year Zach learns from Aaron Rodgers.
So my thing about it is go get Josh Dobbs. It was people available. You can go get Josh Dobbs.
It's a lot of money.
The Rams went and got Carson Wentz.
You can go get anybody, but it's people out here that's better than. I understand he gave him the because Tim Boyle was asked to, so I get that. But you cannot keep on asking this top 10 defense every week to go out there and play.
I probably would have signed Carson Wentz. Trading, I mean, you traded for Aaron Rodgers. You only got so many draft picks as far as available to want to trade because you still want to have the ability to build towards the future. But I would have got Carson Wentz.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have put up with this.
Jameis getting him a better chance to win than Zach Wilson. Like he might
Jameis going to throw the ball down the field.
Like Jameis will give you a better chance to win, man. Like you can't.
He'll give you a better chance to move the ball.
Win. But yeah, that's true too. Because he might throw the pick 6 at the end of the game.
Ain't no Mike.
So
man,
he's gonna throw the pick.
What do you think about with Aaron Rodgers or a serviceable quarterback? The Jets probably got 7-8 wins. Like
I don't think Saleh the problem. I hope they don't do nothing stupid like fire that man. He's a good coach, and the players love him. They just hate Zach Wilson, and they try to support him publicly because they know they can't go to Tim Boyle. I will agree with you as far as it just sucks to plan for an Achilles injury week 1, but like they probably should have had some better depth. But it's like, are we really gonna make us think about QB3? It's a tough situation there, man. Zach should be better. You fucked up when you drafted Zach. That's the problem right there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only so much depth you're gonna have when you bring in the backyardigans with him. Adam Lazard, who can't do nothing. Alan Lazard, he's a bum.
Dalvin Cook, bum.
Randall Cobb, a bum. I mean, at this stage in his career, like
that's preference.
What did you say?
Who?
The backyardigans, yeah.
Yeah, the backyardigans. So, like, come on, man. Like they aren't who they were, and Alan Lazard was never that. So come on, man.
Ayahuasca. They was
the darkness of the street niggas, man.
Micah Hyde said he was on ayahuasca with A-Rod. He said he had to see what it was all about.
A-Rod be drunk on the sidelines, man. He a different breed.
He looked pissed yesterday, though. He looked pissed like this, man.
I mean, especially
Hank made a call and he was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" So
he keeps saying he coming back mid-December. Like, I don't know how, but
that means he didn't tear his Achilles, man. If he coming back December, he didn't tear some shit.
He didn't fully rupture.
Ain't no way.
Anything.
Ain't no way.
He's a different. He high on something, bro. He don't feel it. He just don't feel it. He high. He floating.
Yeah, but he not. But you usually see people. He not even on crutches.
Yo, he's not on crutches, yo.
He cut the toes.
And he ain't been on crutches.
You just getting on bed rest after 3 months. Like you on bed rest. Like this dude throwing a football. Like
right, twisting his leg, all that. Like
this man said, "Where there's a will, there's a way." I'm like, it don't work like that.
You got an Achilles transplant.
Right. I just know when somebody come to rush him, he got to do something. It'll go.
I might give him the Achilles for Aaron. I'm telling you now.
Like, John Key and shit, man. That's
right.
Everybody ashamed with that.
Yo, a mutant.
I thought Cam Akers did something coming back in like 5 or 6 months. Like,
nah, this is.
I hope JK don't take no notes from this man. Like, do the traditional shit, man. Do not follow behind Aaron, even though
they've been working out together. It's too late for that.
Don't let us get JK back.
Man, y'all nigga ain't do. What's gonna do? What's that gonna do? He gonna roll right back out there and go right back out.
You can't argue with that point now. You can't because he hurt all the time.
Yeah, man. Let's go to commercial break. Nitty Gritty.
Same with Ronnie Stanley.
This ad is brought to you by Lavelle Body. Lavelle Body is an all-natural, handmade skin and hair care line for men, women, and children. So if your skin is dry, your hair is damaged, or your beard is having problems connecting, shop Lavelle Body today at lavellebody.com or DM Lavelle Body LLC on Instagram. Again, that's lavellebody.com or DM Lavelle Body LLC.
Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. The fuck happened to you? I got
Chooks or Crawford, buddy, what happened to you? But this is more of a thank you. Whatever you said, I know what you said, but what you said
He said Canada fucking ass. That's what he said.
Nope. That is not what he said. That is not what that brother said. That brother said down 10 against Jacksonville. Yo, why don't we just kneel it? Niggas said, yo, let's just quit. Fuck it. We're not gonna win. Let's just kneel it and get up out of here. And for that, I want to thank you because Broderick Jones is in the lineup. And you're not. And you're not going to be a Steeler for too much longer. And I'm happy about that. So, brother, what happened to you? But also, thank you. Keys, who you got?
You already know who I'm coming with.
Uh-oh.
I'm coming with the Toledo man himself. Yo,
oh my
I gotta give it this time. I had no parts of that. The graphic. I had no parts of that.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, but look, it's the same thing. It's the same thing as every time I think of Harbaugh now, that's all I'm thinking about is the who got it better than us? Nobody, because that's what I'm taking from. Like I said, that Super Bowl was his high point. He's reached his peak. He's never getting back there as the coach of the Baltimore Ravens. So I don't know how the season went, but he's not the guy. He's not the guy. You keep blowing 4 foot leads at home. You're not the guy. It's going to happen in the playoffs. I'm telling y'all now, it's going to happen. He's not the guy.
But when I say it, I get yelled at. But you can say it. I said because y'all said Super Bowl, and I said y'all not gonna win no Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, in spite of John Harbaugh, unless he just stopped coaching or get kidney stones and got missed the playoffs or something. I don't know.
Hey, yo.
Kidney stones.
I mean, kidney stones serious, but it ain't crazy. Like they pass you out. You feel me? I ain't gonna wish death on them. I ain't gonna.
Just some shit that hurt really bad.
Yeah. But I'm sick of this shit. I mean, Keith Nick said the stat over the last 2 years. It's pain, yo. It's pain. Keep losing these games like this. I'm sorry. Like he got to feel some of this shit. It's too painful. Like
yo, chill, yo. Right.
We one minute we up taking shot 31. Yeah, turn back thing. We sitting there all looking at each other like, what the fuck is happening?
Who did you ask?
My bad.
Yeah, I just got the Ravens defense.
Shut up. Yeah, we need that one.
I gotta find my button. Oh man.
What happened to that boy?
Him.
What happened to that boy?
That's what you want, Sco? You like those missed tackles?
Oh, was that the $100 million man? Oh shit.
You see number 6? You see number 6?
Look at the weak zone. Look at it. Everybody just not looking for the ball, running.
Number 6 look like he ain't want no smoke right there.
By this point, this is 1 minute left in the game. By that point, he didn't had enough of getting dragged.
I still take him over what we got, but I understand what you're saying.
You gotta pay for that though. Maybe he's different elsewhere, and it's not to say that he hasn't had a good season overall. But again, like having Roquan helps a lot as far as his development and his ability to not have pressure on him. But he had a horrible game yesterday, and he said it himself. You know what I mean? They have to be better. I mean, I'm not used to Ravens defense playing soft, especially this year. This year, I thought we kind of had turned the corner as far as a defense, but old habits reared this ugly head yesterday, and it was very disappointing because the Browns aren't a team that I think should be coming back from 31-17 or 14-0, 14-3. I don't think they're that type of team, but we are that type of team to allow these things to happen.
Keith, who you got?
I don't have a person. I got a place. What happened to the ESPN zone?
Oh shit. Okay.
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy?
Shit used to be fun back in the day.
Yeah.
That was the first place where they had TVs in the urinals. Like you could take a piss and you wasn't missing no game action. Like it was different. And the food was good.
The simple things.
It's the simple things in life, yo. Could you imagine like just sitting on the toilet and just having a TV right there? I probably wouldn't get up. I'd be enjoying myself too much.
Yeah. In the early 2000s at that, there was nothing.
I love the bathroom. I love it. I'd be getting away from the kids and all that shit. Think what?
Harb ain't been the same since.
You hiding in that motherfucker.
Down there.
Yeah. Yeah. Cultural things.
Bring it back.
Hey man, we've done enough. We've done enough. So I'm just salute the Tyrese Maxey on his 50-point game. Salute.
Yeah, for sure.
Draymond Green, stop being a tough guy. Nobody cares anymore. Stop. Any more quick hits before we get up out of here?
And Edwards is him.
Who?
And Edwards. Anthony Edwards.
Yes, he is. All right. Remember to drink your water, kids. Drink your water so you don't have to deal with what John Harbaugh is dealing with. We're gonna go to the last commercial break.
You don't want them crystals. Definitely don't want them.
Recently engaged or in any life event
that shit made a grown man cry. I seen it.
Start planning with Penn Jones Events. Owner and principal planner Page guarantees a fun and stress-free
John
planning
Harbaugh gonna pay for his goddamn sin.
And every event aspect, including budget, timelines, vendor negotiations, event design, and more. Penn Jones Events is a full-service wedding and event planning company based in Maryland. We curate extraordinary events tailored to you. Let's start planning today. For a free 30-minute consultation, visit ppjevents.com.
Good show, fellas. Good show.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate everybody that listens live, everybody that checks out the podcast. If you view us on YouTube, continue to do that. Like, rate, subscribe, comment, all that good shit. We'll be back on Friday, same place, same time. Until then, stay safe and be blessed. We out.
Yes, sir.
Nah, why you wait to play that Raven sound until we lost, yo?
I've always had that.
Why you just wait till now to play it?
I don't fuck with y'all. I played it before. You want me to play for a win?